Gen Alpha is stupid. They're one of the most dumbest generations to ever walk on the modern planet. Just kidding. Well, kind of.
I'm an elementary school teacher, and students have accidentally called me different names. A student accidentally called me Alexa.
So, back in the day, jingle, 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 back in the day.
It's not entirely Gen Alpha's fault. They've actually grown up in a brainrot stew. A perfect concoction to make them a professional dingus. Gen Alpha kids are born between 2010 to 2024. Right in the smack dab of COVID. These poor souls are basically raised up through a lockdown, through the pandemic. They had to deal with attachment to their tablets, skibidi toilet, AI, 6'7", and they can't even spell 6'7".
Teaching kids isn't the same anymore. It's just not. Used to be kids would listen to teachers simply because they were teachers. That was the respect of it all. Now, no, honey. I gotta keep the kids constantly engaged. Not even just engaged, but almost overstimulated. The candy isn't even working anymore. Giving out candy for positive reinforcement doesn't even work anymore. They don't care about that. Girl, I'm using chimpanzini bananini just to get my kids' attention, just so they'll look at me. Hello, hello. Girl, bye. I got kids saying 6'7" repeatedly. They don't even know how to spell 6'7". Catching me doing this mid-lecture. Just to see if they're paying attention. You watching? Hello, we there? Girl, it's so bad now. It's so bad.
Now, every generation always looks back and goes, my generation was so much better. But no, seriously, this is actually pretty concerning. Because Gen Alpha grew up with the tablets of using touchscreens, they actually lack general finger motor skills. They can't coordinate their fingers to write. They can't type as well. And you would think that a generation that grew up with a lot of technology would be really good at computers, but it's the exact opposite. Teachers are reporting that their students can't even copy-paste, they can't even create folders, they can't even rename their files. And what's worse is that their attention spans are so bad that they can't pay attention at all to even consume knowledge. You know, teachers are basically having to create like puppet shows, compete with how TikTok short form content works. You know how like shorts these days have Subway surfers right on top of it? Me as a dinosaur was wondering like, why is there Subway surfers like on top of like so many shorts? It's because Gen Alpha can't focus. So now in order to get their attention, you're gonna have to put some crazy skibidi toilet shit just so that they can learn how to do addition. Anyway, back in my day, we had something called movies. And then the teachers would just play Shrek over and over again. Those are the great days. When movie day came about, it was awesome. It was like going on a vacation. It was like, oh yay, relaxing, fun day. These days, these kids, they can't even sit and watch a movie.
When I was in high school and you got to watch a movie, that was electric. You didn't care what movie. You didn't care what you had to do after. You got to watch a movie. We made it through 32 minutes of the movie. It's a 90. They were in here for 90. Oh, and then you're going to complain that I give you a worksheet? I give you a worksheet that's time-stamped. With short answer questions like that, I'm going to stop and explain to you because you can't even concept the movie because you can't.
They can't do it. It's so bad. So how the heck did we get here? Well, technology has become increasingly convenient. It's become frictionless. It's made our life so easy. And that means frictionless in terms of the mind as well. Children are basically learning that you don't have to think. Everything can just think for you, and it's gotten worse because of AI. But not only that, they don't even have to develop emotional regulation, because think about it. Back in my day, when I was having a crap day, I would sit, sulk, think about what I've done, you know, maybe talk to my parents, talk to friends, just figure it out. Read a book. But these days, basically, they know that they could just open TikTok and watch some brainrot stuff and feel good afterwards. Like they have immediate dopamine release. You feel bad, go to your phone, watch something good. Your problems have magically gone away. But what this does is they completely have no capabilities to emotionally regulate on their own. So now, along with their lack of critical thinking skills, they also have lack of emotional regulation skills.
I don't get to teach. I spend my day managing behaviors and teaching students how to regulate their emotions. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a behavior specialist. I'm a teacher, and most of my job is managing behaviors.
Now, I'm speaking this as a person with no kids, so, take my opinions as a grain of salt. It's just something that came across, and I was shocked. Now, raising kids these days is hard. I mean, they say it takes a village to raise a kid, and modern day life doesn't really provide that village. I'm a huge introvert, and my village is basically a Discord chat. So anyway, that is my blabber for today. I have many more blabbers. Anyway, time for me to go and jerk off, I guess.